welcome back everybody. And we've been doing quite a bit of work here on the Amoskeag Northern. Starting to work my way into the yard here at Mandrake Falls, which has been one of the major parts of the layout that I just really haven't had the time until recently to get to. So we've been working on this. Let's take a look at what is new here. So we'll start in the west, or I guess if you're looking geographically on the map, south staging. So here the layout at Naikoa comes out of the staging yard, which is located in the utility room, and enters the main layout area. So we have Naikoa, you have double track main line here, Naikoa is over here, and Peerless Mills is over here on the left. And from there we are going to cross over the main entry to the layout. So there will actually be a swing bridge here that'll swing out and cross over into the yard at Mandrake Falls. So Mandrake Falls is loosely based off of Manchester, New Hampshire. So we'll have double track main line through here, and there'll be on the far side there will be a couple tracks over there for storage for yard tracks, but the main yard is going to be over here just to our right. The MBTA coaches are sitting in where the trailer and flat car loading platform is. Can hold two 89-foot flats per track, and then there'll be a ramp here. This will most likely be for loading of National Guard trains, the circus trains, and whatnot. And then here we have the new server for the throttles. This is a Raspberry Pi 4, and this is going to replace my computer that I have been using to run JMRI for the layout. So that will just be put over in the dispatcher's office, which was over in the utility room, and that will allow us to be able to use phones and proto throttles on the layout. Coming over here is the main yard throat. And then some nice new Athearn 80 Max and some scale train -9s, which are going to be for the coal plant trains, the unit coal trains that are going up to Bow, New Hampshire. Common Power in 1990s was mostly Conrail stuff, and then up until the layout period time frame, which is September to October 2008, it was mostly NS-9s, and occasionally you'd see a patched SD80 Mac. So I have a couple of those as well for those trains. And we have the yard throat right here, which is being held down by paint cans while everything dries. And then we are going to have Market Basket. Market Basket, as it goes into the other section right over in here, when the track comes around, is about 38 inches long. So it's a relatively large structure. It's not served by the railroad, but I'm trying to put most of the buildings that are here in the yard at Mandrake Falls 1-to-1 scale. What else has been working on the layout too is on the east end, or north if you're looking geographically. This is going to be through the mill district of Mandrake Falls. The double track main line continues. Until it goes into East End staging, which is the other side of the utility room. So the utility room will hold the staging yard. The staging yard has the double track main line through to the other side of the layout, and then has 6 20-foot tracks to hold the staging yard for trains for staging. So here at CP Mandrake is where the Beatty branch comes off. The branch comes off the main line and then serves the industrial interior of Mandrake. So there'll be a paper mill out of International Paper. Their mill will be over here, and then we'll cross over the Beatty River. And then it runs out on a peninsula down the center of the layout room, which is 13 feet wide. So this is about 16 inches wide, and it will run about half the length of the room, so about 20 feet. And that will just be all industrial track serving some businesses. And you can see here several of these buildings. These are 3D prints of the Manchester, New Hampshire McGuinness style passenger station. These are going to be used on just over here on that section of the layout, and this is modeled 1-to-1. I got the plans from the Boston and Maine Historical Society. Thanks to Rick, he was able to get me blueprints of the station, and so that will be an accurate 1-to-1 model of the Manchester station. The reason why there's 3 of them printed is because I had basically made some errors, and it's a little bit easier to kind of figure things out, make a test print, kind of figure out what was going along. I had some issues with some, I didn't close some door gaps in here. This one, the door was a little bit too thin, so it started to bow out when it cured. And then this one is perfect. So maybe figure out something to do with these other ones, or just throw them in the trash. 3D printing and model railroading is relatively inexpensive these days, and my printer works pretty well. So that's what it's looking like right now. Let's come back and see what else has changed in the next couple days or so.